Hello YouTube, it is ChampionDJK coming at you again with another video, and today we're going to take a look at a full Auto World set, and I haven't opened a single car from this set yet, so that's pretty fun. We've got, what is it even? It is 2024 release 6. There was 7 releases in 2024, and I don't have the 7th one yet, at least not the full set. Just been a really weird year for Auto World. I think when I'm done getting all of them, I will maybe do like a video just going through the whole 2024 set and kind of show you all of the weirdness with it. But this is a 3-car set, so we only have a Mustang, we've got a Ford Galaxy, and we got a Lincoln Lowrider. So all Fords for the set. I do have a bonus here, a bonus Chevy that we're going to open up as well. We'll open that up at the end of the video, but this is the Toy Fair, one of 2008 pieces. This is on a crack blister. I actually got this from round 2. They actually sent it to me complimentary, which maybe I'll explain that when we actually do the full series review. That would be more appropriate to explain that there, but we're going to open that in this video. All right, so we'll just go in order. I've got all the Ultra Reds as well, so we will be checking out those. So first of all, version A, we got the 1973 Ford Mustang Mach 1 in bright green gold poly. So one of my favorite castings from Auto World is this particular Mustang. I think it's pretty nice. They make a couple different year variants of it, like they always do, which is pretty cool. And this one is pretty neat. And this bright green gold poly with a cream colored interior. We're going to go ahead, of course, and open it and check it out there. So very nice color. They've released this car quite a few times, or at least this style of Mustang quite a few times in a green, in different shades of green. So very popular color apparently for this Mustang. We've got an opening hood feature, of course, like normal Auto World Premium. If you're not familiar with Auto World Premium, what you're going to get is a true 1/64 scale vehicle. That's actually 1/64 scale. Great, good stuff. And it's metal, so metal body, metal base, rubber tires with tread, and accurate detailing for whatever year the vehicle is, and then an opening hood with a detailed engine. Some castings even have different engine toolings depending on what like trim level the vehicle is. So this one's pretty nice, looking pretty good. Like that color. I think that color looks really nice. Then we got version B, excuse me, in pearl white. So pearl white. But the neat thing about Auto World too, they got the paint code there as well, 9C2512. I don't know how to decode that or anything, but that I believe is a legit like paint code. I don't know if you could like take that to Home Depot and paint your walls the color based on that, but I don't know. Maybe you could take the car. You wouldn't want to take a paint chip off of it, but I don't know. Anyway, if you want your walls that color, this is a nice pearl white. Same car, 73 Ford Mustang Mach 1, of course. This is the version B for the set. So we'll go ahead and open that up. And this time it's got like almost like a butterscotchish interior, or like a clay colored interior, we'll call it. Pretty nice. It fits the vehicle, I think. Looking pretty good. Always like to look at the plates on these two. This one said, why do I see the only tricky thing with looking at the plates if I don't get it right away. Speed, I don't know. Speedus, I don't know what it is. Somebody will get it in the comments. And green, well that one's easy. It's green. Michigan plate, green. This one is, I don't know. It's kind of interesting that this is a pearl white because it doesn't really look very pearlish. It looks more like a beige, but that's what it looks like to me. It doesn't have like a pearlescent really look to it. But it didn't say it's pearlescent, it just said it's pearl white, and I guess that paint code's probably accurate. That's the other thing. I mean, they typically have the paint colors are very accurate to the actual vehicle paint colors, which is another cool feature of the realism of these cars. Very, very nice. And the value you get for Auto World, honestly, if you can find them at Walmarts and stuff like that or wherever, Target, is actually very, very good. They've managed to keep their price point pretty low to like $6 a car, maybe $5.99. And, you know, a lot of other prices of vehicles have gone quite a bit up. Auto World really hasn't, at least when you get them retail. Hobby dealer-wise, they have gone up a bit over the years. So just be aware of that. But if you want to risk trying to find them on the pegs, you can do that. And then you're going to pay pay that retail cost. And you will get them at a little bit of a less amount of money. All right, here's the Ultra Red. If you're not familiar with Auto World, Ultra Red, this car is the chase for this particular vehicle. And it can be found on either a version A or version B card. However, the card that you find it on has zero bearing on the car inside, really, because you can find this on the green card, you could find this on the pearl white card. It doesn't matter. This car is going to be the same in this particular set. and actually all Auto World sets that are store purchased. All right, so let's crack open the chase. Excuse me. And then take a look at the car. So it's got a beautiful Auto World Ultra Red color, which looks fantastic. We've got Ultra Red on the base. We've got an Ultra Red interior. Cool. And then this one, we can tell it's off of the version A car, and it wouldn't matter. Even if we would have found this in a version B card, we would still see the traits from version A, and you can tell that by the license plate on this particular model saying green. Okay. Looking pretty good. Always got to check under the hood too, just in case they hide a trait under the hood. But for this particular set, you're going to get an Ultra Red base, Ultra Red body, Ultra Red interior. And that looks to be it. Ultra Red chrome interior. And that is your chase. And they go off of version A cars. So those are your chase traits. We should see that now across this whole set, right? So let's just set these to the side a little bit. Nice looking Ultra Red. I love the Ultra Reds when they actually have black tires. Sometimes they use white tires, sometimes red tires. Gives it more of a chase-like appearance, but I like the black tires the best. All right, next one is our 1964 Ford Galaxie 500 XL. There's some variations of this tooling. This is the tooling that has got the slightly like lifted looking suspension, which is pretty cool. And this is in the Sunshine Yellow for version A. Let's go ahead and open it up. Ooh, well, there goes that card. Rolls nice. I like this Galaxie. It says outer. Cool. The outer Galaxie. Get it? We should see that on the chase as well. We have an opening hood with a detailed engine. Looking pretty awesome. I know there's engine variants for this one. Pretty darn sure that there's different engine variants for this particular casting, depending on, not this particular release, but right, the different trim packages of it. I actually like this one quite a bit. When this casting first was used in this kind of like lifted base, is one of my favorite releases. They put it out in an all black and an all white, and it looks just fantastic. Very, very cool. I like the wheels. Yeah, everything about this one looks pretty awesome. Definitely digging that. Outer Galaxie. Let's see what we get next. This is going to be in Dynasty Green Poly, which looks very not green, very more bluish to me, or maybe a turquoise, I guess you could argue. And this again is the 1964 Ford Galaxie 500 XL. This one's going to say space. You can tell the plate, it's actually right here. And then, of course, our Ultra Red is going to have the outer plate, not the space plate. Not because it's on a version A card, as you may notice, but just because that's the Ultra Red traits for this particular release. Looks quite good. The wheels match the paint color of the body, and that is always really cool as well. Pretty awesome. This is a nice, beautiful one, too. Really digging it. So this is really kind of Auto World's wheelhouse, right? Big cars like this, big older vehicles like this from the 60s, really. 60s, 70s. That's the best stuff from Auto World, in my opinion. They do some newer model stuff, you know, obviously like this 2005 Chevy Silverado, which of course is a very popular casting. But this is really kind of where they started, is with the older stuff. And really like their wheelhouse, right? They make great versions of these cars. So this is quite awesome. Quite like that. And then we got the Ultra Red, of course. So again, we're going to have Ultra Red body, Ultra Red interior, Ultra Red base. And that's pretty much it, except for that it's a version A car, which you really wouldn't be able to tell much except for the plate. Because other than that, their trims are pretty much the exact same. Looking pretty awesome. This was the last one I had to get, was this particular Ultra Red. All the Ultra Reds, by the way, were purchased for me as sort of a payment. Oh, we got a little flaw there, and the plate got a little scraped off. Were purchased for me by my buddy Diecast, which I've mentioned several times. He really doesn't post to YouTube anymore. So I don't think he does. But he's on the Hot Wheels now. He collects a lot of, which is kind of interesting. That he moved. He was really into Greenlight, and then he became into Hot Wheels. Kind of weird, but, you know, he likes Star Wars figures, too. And he collects books, and I shipped them all to Romania for him. Pretty interesting. And then as a return, you know, he buys me some stuff. And usually Ultra Reds he hunts down for me, and I really appreciate that. That is fantastic. Really nice guy. Very, very cool. So... and always interesting to even open the packages that he orders to my house. It's always fun to see what he bought. So kind of a fun thing. I know a lot of you have probably heard this story 1,000 times if you've been a fan of the channel for a long time, but, you know, got to reiterate it every once in a while and give him a little bit of credit, because without him, I may not have this set complete by now. You know, in fact, I probably wouldn't. So... very, very cool. I love this. Looks really, really good. And again, with just the black tires, almost just looks like it could be a color variation if you don't notice the chrome, like, red interior, which would be odd. But almost looks like it's just like a color variation of the regular model. And that's why I really like the chases when they are like that. All right. Last in the set is this bad boy. This is a 1979 Lincoln Continental Roadrunner Lowrider in custom lowrider silver metallic. So not often does Auto World release in a standard regular store release a car that does not have a factory paint job. It's not that often that they release a car like that. They do it every once in a while, but typically you're going to have factory colors, and that's going to be it for the standard store releases. And it's got silver thing on the license plate. Let's open it up. So they did a lowrider version of the Lincoln Continental. And this is super, super cool. Look at that. Right away, look at the detail. That's really neat. So they took their standard casting for the Lincoln Continental. They gave it these lowrider style wheels, which kind of give it a lowrider appearance. The suspension doesn't move or anything like that. It's nothing that crazy, but such a fantastic job on this. It looks so good. I was surprised how easy these regular ones were to find on the pegs at Walmart. I thought this one was going to be a really tough one to find. This one and the gold one were going to be tough to find, but I was able to find a few of them. And I even, you know, I didn't buy every single one I saw. So left a bunch on the pegs, but I bought, you know, I'm not going to tell you how many, maybe 5 of each one. Something around there, because I got a problem. Hood shuts really well. Very, very cool. Really, really neat. All right. And then next is the custom lowrider gold metallic in bold gold. And it is the gold version of the silver guy. Oh, and by the way, the base is chromed on this one too, which is not normal. And that you really notice when you see the gold one, because the gold one has the gold chromed base, which looks super cool. So Very, very nice. This one's got like a goldish tannish interior that matches the vinyl top. I mean, these are sick. Now that I got these open, I'm going to have a hard time leaving any more behind. Oh, we got a little goober there in the back. So the way these graphics are, they're kind of like a wrap, it looks like. Little goober on the back there, where the wrap got a little hung up. I do have a few more of these. I could open another one. We're not going to do it right now. But where I'm really interested in looking at now is the Ultra Red. So very cool. By the way, they do put production dates on the bottom. So this was actually produced back in August of 2024, which is pretty crazy considering they only showed up on the pegs just a couple months ago maybe, or maybe a month and a half ago, something along the lines of that. Maybe a little bit longer, 2 months maybe. But, so they took a while to actually show up on the pegs, which is kind of interesting. That's an interesting, like, suspension support kind of thing there, that X. Is that normal? Is that like a lowrider thing, or is that just normal for this Continental? Like braced. Kind of neat. All right. And then the Ultra Red. So we should see what? Not bold gold on the plate. We should see silver thing on the plate. Yeah, and we do. All right, let's open it up. So anyway, yeah, I was surprised how easy this set was to find. So good distribution on this set. If you didn't find it, you could probably still dig around some Walmarts, and you may find this set still hanging out. And I really thought, these were going to be hard to find. Well, not the Ultra Reds are always hard to find. That those were going to be hard to find. So kind of cool too. You can also tell this is off of the version A because it's got the silver like detailing, which looks really neat on the Ultra Red. I kind of wish they would have done Ultra Red on Ultra Red. I think that would have been cool, but this is really cool. Anyway, one of the coolest Ultra Reds. Very, very neat. So Ultra Red base, Ultra Red body, and a chrome Ultra Red interior. Very awesome. Like it very much. I think it's very, very cool. All right, so that's it for the set. We're going to look at this real quick, and then we'll determine what is our favorite out of the set. Here's the Toy Fair 2025 Crack Blister Boy, and hooked me up with this. Pretty awesome. This is the first release of the 2005 Silverado SS front end, coupled with a custom single cab. So these were available at the Toy Fair, and they're limited to 1,008 pieces. And then they sold the rest of them on AutoWorldStore.com, and I'm pretty sure they're gone. So I don't think you can get this anymore. In fact, I'm almost positive you can't. The neat thing is this is the regular color for the release, and there is no Ultra Red because they basically made them all Ultra Reds. So it has the Ultra Red color. Toy Fair, New York City, 2025. And technically the first release of this casting like this. This one's got a fold-down tailgate as well as the opening hood, and I did buy a couple extras of these, and then I ended up getting sent one from Auto World, which is a story I'll have to tell another time. All right, very, very cool. You guys let me know what you think down below. My favorite, honestly, I think is the Galaxy. Even though this one is just so cool, the Galaxy just is perfect Auto World. It just is. Really, really digging it. I mean, this Toy Fair model is pretty cool too, but I mean, I don't know. This whole set of three cars, they're all really good. Now, normally, Auto World does it in sets of 6 cars. They did not do that this last year, which is why they had 7 releases. And we will talk about that more in another episode. This will be in the Auto World playlist, so you can check that out for tons more Auto World content. It's been one of my favorite brands for a very long time, so there is a robust amount of content on Auto World on this channel if you're new to it. So go check that out. Of course, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and you can check me out for more videos and all that. I have all different types of diecast brands. Thank you very much for watching, and have yourself a good day. Bye.